welcome to today's training on Facebook post types. I'm Kerry Sillett from Ladies That Market, and I'm bringing you this training today to try and take you through the different types of posts that you should be using if you're using your timeline on Facebook to generate organic leads. Now, Facebook won't like it if you go out and post the same kind of content day in, day out. If you ramp it up a bit and use a rotation, which I'm going to show you today, all the different post types that I use, then you will, I'm pretty confident that you will see your engagement going up, your outreach growing, new people coming in to see your content. And obviously that's exactly what you want. You want new people coming in so you can get new leads, you can have new conversations that hopefully will lead to more sales. So let's jump straight into my Facebook post types training. So post number one is the bait post. And this is where you offer your audience basically something for free in exchange for them liking and commenting on your post. My main advice is keep the freebie relevant to your product you're actually promoting. Include some value. Make sure you've got a strong headline with the word ideally free in it, because it will as people are scrolling up and down Facebook, it will grab their attention and they'll stop and have a read. Make sure you've got a call to action at the end if people need to know how they're going to get this freebie. So if we pop over to my Facebook page, I'll show you exactly what I mean. As an example, I did one yesterday. So here we go. It was how I use my Facebook profile to generate daily free leads, free training, complete with an added bonus. Who would like it? So it's basically asking people to comment below. And you can see that I've got 45 comments on that post already. It literally went out just over 24 hours, about 26, 27 hours ago. So it's ramping up quite nicely. So people will comment, yes, they want it below. And that's all you need, and then you can send them the content. So these are really good. These are what we call a two-step, and you can send out the content. The next one is a chit chat post, and this is where you ask your audience a normal day-to-day question. These are pretty much what it says on the tin. So you could ask someone, what is your hobby when you aren't working? A great Friday post is, what are you up to? What's everyone got planned for the weekend? It's a pretty simple little post. I use them if I've got something come up, my end, if I'm really busy. Being a mum and running a business, obviously things do get in the way. And sometimes I get to the point and I think, oh, I haven't done a post for today. I need something out there. And that's a great conversation starter, and you'll find that it will get really good engagement. So Facebook will reward you for that, as obviously they want people engaging on posts. The next one is an origin post, and this is where you share a story about your struggles and how you overcome them. Now, everyone loves a rags to riches comeback story, but be honest, don't lie, don't bullshit anyone. People want to know where you were and where you are now. They like to see your journey. No rubbish, no exaggerations along the way. Just be honest, be yourself, and they will feel the authenticity. So these can be extremely powerful in getting your audience basically to relate to you and really look up to you. An example of this, I did a post, the one person who's got me where I am today is me. And this post covers about sort of where I started, what I did, how I sat there. I didn't know about getting started, was scared about investing. I had to, I borrowed the money myself from Mr. Credit Card. He helped me out for a few months until I got my first commissions and could pay it back when I invested in a high ticket mentorship. And it explains all that in there. So people can really resonate with me and see where I was. I didn't just have bundles of money and just invest in, and didn't matter if it didn't work. It did matter, because like I say, I borrowed the money. So it was a real struggle for me to get started. But yeah, in my eyes, you have to invest to recoup. And as we all know, if you go to university, then it's not free. You have to get a loan. But doing affiliate marketing, in my eyes, was the least way of getting started. I started during COVID-19. I was in the travel industry for 24-ish years, and the travel industry just died overnight. It was the first industry to go, and I was then at home with everybody else and trying to find a way to bring in some extra household money. So that's kind of how I got into affiliate marketing. Like I say, I had to borrow the money, but I'm so pleased I did nowadays. It's not for everyone, I get that, but that's my story, and obviously you can have a read about that, but people will relate to whatever your story is. Next one is the trigger post. And this is where you post an opinion on something that people will feel quite strongly about. Now, just beware, there will be probably a ton of heated discussion and engagement. It's not a bad thing. The engagement is great. It's exactly what you want. People will actually have conversations, and when you start sparking conversations, people replying and get Facebook loves it. The algorithm, it's like your best buddy. So it's exactly what you want. And it will also bring out the people, who maybe you're not going to get on with when they start saying things. Some people might even put hatred on there against what you put on there, depends on what you post. It's a good way in my eyes of weeding people out who you don't want to work with. So you don't have to be too strong. I'm not that strong in what I post. My post is, for example, which would you rather do? Sell $100 to 100 people or sell a $2,500 thing to 4 people? Either way gets you to $10,000. You can see this got 31 comments. There was a real mixture on here of different people saying different things, and then I actually saw more so with the $100 to 100 things, people going off within their own groups or sparking up their own conversations about what I'd said on my Facebook, and that's amazing. That was such a cool little post that I put out. It got great engagement, it got conversations started. So yeah, that's dated 21st of September on my timeline. If you want to go and have a read and see the conversation that was in there, then by all means pop over there. Next one is the value post. These are extremely common posts in the marketing space, probably the most popular, and they're probably the longest ones which you write. So value post is where you teach somebody something without asking for anything in return, basically. They can be a marketing strategy or a hack or mindset or productivity trick. Value posts that can get great engagement. If you tell them in a story form, then the engagement will, people will read it, they'll comment, they'll thank you for the value that you're giving. Your goal is to teach your audience something for free to get them to see you as a figure of authority in a chosen niche. So an example of this is a post I did on the 7th of December. Can you start a business while working full-time and being a mum? So this is quite controversial for people working full-time, being mums, and wanting to start their side hustle. So it's something that conversation had struck up quite a lot with people I'd been chatting to. So I thought I'd do a post with it. So the value in there, it goes on, you can have a read. 7th of December is the on my timeline. So it talks about the struggles that people might have. And then it gives some examples of, a few things to do. And then it goes deep into what you can actually do, how you can make this work for you, how I've found that I could make it work for me. So this is where all the value comes in, and you can see that I had 49 comments on there. So that got great engagement. Next, we've got the struggle post. So this is simply posting about your struggles. They're not meant to be motivation, and generally, you don't talk about overcoming the struggle. It's just you being out there, being vulnerable, putting yourself out there. It's great for people to relate to you, your audience. They'll relate to you, and it will remind them that you are a human. There's a lot of fakeness out there in the industry, even more so recently that I've seen. So just be honest, be you, be real, be human, and do your best to be open about some of the struggles that you have overcome. Your audience will love you for it. They'll see you, as a proper person. When we're all doing content on a social site, there's not always that connectability like you would have over, you know, meeting someone for a coffee or having a telephone conversation with someone. It's very, very different. So you've got to put yourself out there on the line. And if you're not prepared to do that, then I'm going to be upfront, you know, this isn't the industry for you. You've got to be raw and bare, as much as you've got to be there giving value and you know, helping other people. So that's a struggle post. You've got positive vibes post. Now, this is great to show your audience how upbeat and positive you can be. The posts are great for attracting the type of people that you really want to work with, and they'll scare away the people you don't want to work with. Those that just think, oh, God, I don't want to read that kind of stuff. I'm all doom and gloom. They'll walk away. That's fine with me. I'm not for everybody, same as you won't be. You want to attract the people you want to work with. So one example is, you know, you could put, I think we all just need to work together to reach our goals. That's something that me and my business partner, Lisa Jane, do in the Ladies That Market group. Lisa Jane does a lot of mindset and a lot of positivity. So that's really helpful for the ladies in the ladies group. An example of one that I did on my post in September was Monday can be a bit like Marmite. For me, I love Mondays. Basically, they're a fresh start. And, you know, just make sure you put something with it. Don't just go out there banging out motivational quotes that you've just stolen off Google. Make up your own. Canva's really good. This was done on Canva, this post. If you don't know about Canva, then if you're watching this on the, you know, on the video, then I'll drop the link below. You can get a free 30-day trial for the pro version, or you can just use the free version. There's plenty on there, but it is fantastic. It's like a design software, and I do all my graphics, all my posts, my cover photos, everything on there. So it's fantastic, and you can mock up these little posts for your profile timeline and all sorts of things. So yeah, this was done on there. So Mondays, I can do it. I don't have to please everyone. I'm allowed to take a break. I'm stronger than my excuses. When in doubt, obviously, there's always coffee. Thank God for coffee. So that's the positive vibes post. And the next one, which is pretty similar, is the motivational post. These are great to keep your audience on track to their goals. So they normally get pretty good engagement because you're kind of giving a little bit of value in, but again, with motivation. Try your best to be original. Don't overdo it with quotes. Again, don't steal things off Google and just copy and paste them into Facebook, because you won't get the engagement, you won't get the outreach. You know, a basic example you could put on there is, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. One that I did was how to reach your goals. Again, this was mocked up on Canva. Takes literally 5 minutes. So how to reach your goals: define it, want it, believe it, write it down, split it up, review it, schedule it, do it. And this got 33 comments. This was back in August. So this was a bit earlier on in my journey. So you can see how easy these posts are to do. And like I say, with Canva, it's amazing. It just really helps you to do everything. And then we've got the results post lastly. So this can be quite controversial in what people think. A lot of people, you know, are scared to post them. I was back at the beginning. Results posts are important in my eyes to show your audience that what you are promoting actually works, what you're doing. They can see you doing your content. They can see you, you know, if you've got a group, if you haven't got a group, that's something else I'll cover in another training. You know, something you 100% need to look at doing. But the results posts you need to do. There's a couple of ways you can do them. I use them in my Facebook story. So if you're not confident in having it on your timeline, put it in your Facebook story. People, you know, I think they're up there for 48 hours. They don't affect the algorithm whatsoever. So you can post as many of them as you want. You can add music and all different, you know, make them flash, and they're pretty cool, and they'll really attract people to have a look at it, is what you're doing. So your results don't have to be financial. They can be testimonials. If you've helped someone and they've given you a testimonial, it's a result. You know, you've made a change to someone, you've given value to somebody. If you've got financial results, then post them, you know, by all means. Don't do it every day. I'd say maybe couple of times a month if you want to do it that way. And if you don't have your results yet, if you are new to this, then use someone else in your group. Obviously check that they're okay, or the group rules, your mentorship, whatever, allow you to share them. But it's really good to show what's going on in your mentorship and that people are getting results. So one that I had earlier on in the year was for my mentorship. It just says, massive well done to my client Kerry Sillett for making yet another 4-figure commission with the Ambo Academy. So that's my mentorship, where I was trained by Dave King. And this was a post that he posted, and then I shared. I just gave a bit of background to say I wasn't sure. It was my second win of Ambo. It was back in the 12th of September. And yeah, it's just good to get it out there. You can see, obviously, I had 50 comments. So people will stop and see it. They'll congratulate you. It makes you feel good. People are seeing what you're doing is working. Don't be scared of them. You've just got to get out of that. It's another comfort zone you've just got to get out of. But it will be really good for you to post these and for people to see them. Yeah, so that's all the different posts. I'd say do them on a rotation, so mix them up through a week, through a couple of weeks, however you want to do them. And I'm confident, as I use them and I have results, that by you putting these into practice, these will take your business forward. You will start to see the engagement go up. You will start to have your outreach going further. You'll start to see people friend requesting you. If you've got groups, you'll start to see people seeing you as a leader in your niche. They'll start to want to join your group, which is exactly what you want. So that's everything for the training today. Thanks ever so much for watching. I really hope you've got value from my Facebook post type training. As I said, I'm Kerry Sillett. My business partner is Lisa Jane. We run the Ladies That Market group over on Facebook here. So it's high ticket affiliate marketing and online business support for aspiring female entrepreneurs who want to break free from the 9-to-5. So if you are one of those and you're not in our group, we would absolutely love to have you in there. There are some questions that we need you to answer when you come in. If you don't answer them, I'm sorry, but we don't let you in. We need people in there who are real people and not bots who are just trying to get in. So we're pretty strict with that. We've got loads of stuff going on in there. We've got there's live that I did yesterday. We've got new members. We've got motivational mindset, all different things. We've got value posts. So everything that I do on my main group, we give a lot more value into the Ladies That Market group. So it would be fantastic if you want to come and join us. We are Organic High Ticket Affiliate Marketing Ladies That Market over on Facebook, or hit up my personal profile. I'll also drop the link below this video. And yeah, that's it from me. I hope to see you on another training. Bye for now.